We finally went to Knoebels in the fall, and here's what we thought. We got there on a Saturday 2 hours before the park opened and noticed people walking their dogs everywhere. The park has no admission to get in, so we were able to walk around and take in the park atmosphere. We walked to the back of the park near Phoenix and noticed everyone getting ready to play bingo, which is an extremely popular game there and only costs $2 a card. They even serve breakfast, but we decided to get the iconic Snyder cinnamon buns, which are light, fluffy, and full of flavor. And it was just as good, if not better, than the cinnamon bread at Dollywood. We then checked out their fall and Halloween decorations, which are located in every nook and cranny of the park. Right before the park opened, we got in line for flying turns. This is usually the longest line in the park due to low ride capacity, however, it's well worth the wait. The train hauls down the track but isn't connected to the track whatsoever. It's full of positive G's around every corner, and I highly recommend the back row. We then went over to Phoenix and waited about 15 minutes to get on it. I rode this earlier in the summer with a near empty train, and it was a pretty good ride. I rode it this time with a full train and in the back row, and this thing did not let up. I was flying out of my seat on every bunny hill. The restraints sit so high up that you literally feel yourself floating. This coaster provides some of the best airtime I've ever experienced, and it should definitely be on your bucket list if you love airtime coasters as much as I do. We then went over the classic cars, and I love the fact that you can bring your dogs on this ride. This ride proved to me that Knoebels goes all the way when it comes to fall and Halloween decorations. There were so many scenes throughout this ride. We then went over the drop tower, which doesn't look that intimidating at first, but when you get to the top of the hill, it drops you so unexpectedly and doesn't slow down until the very, very last second. We then got in line for Twister and waited only 15 minutes to get on it. Twister's a solid coaster with a classic feel, and it is full of adrenaline. We then went over to the Cosmotron, which you all highly recommended we do in the comments from our last visit. I normally don't do Matterhorn rides, but this was different. This indoor ride starts off in the pitch black, and then it's full of music, laser lights, disco balls, and riders screaming everywhere. This easily became my favorite Matterhorn ride ever. We then checked out the world's greatest carousel. This was extremely decorative, and we love the fact you can play the classic reading game while riding it. We then took the chairlift to the top of the hill, and we got one of the most amazing fall views of any amusement park out there. We then tried the classic Fascination game, which mixes skee ball and bingo. This game was incredibly addicting, and they had so many prizes to choose from. This park offers something to do for everyone in the family and is just as much fun to walk around in as it is to ride the ride. We had a lot of fun, and we'll definitely be back.